My name's Simon, I'm head greenkeeper at Pyecombe Golf Club. I've been here for about 29 years. I didn't actually have plans to stay for that long, but I've fallen in love with this place. I mean, what an office. We're just outside of Brighton, 6 miles outside of Brighton, on the South Downs. We have the South Downs Way going right through us. It's 240 acres of land that we have, and that consists of managed amenity turf, sort of scrub, semi-mature woodland and mature woodlands as well. We work quite closely with the South Downs Rangers. Many years ago I met Andy Gattaker, and he gave us a 5-year proposal of looking after some of the edges, if you like, of the golf course. That has been invaluable, and we've carried on that, and we're probably maybe 15 years into the plan. So obviously we're up on top of the aquifer, and it is important to look after it. Obviously Brighton's drinking water is coming from the aquifer. What has changed, I suppose, over the years that I've been working at the club is the chemicals that we used to use were much longer lasting in the ground. There used to be some that would last 10 years, which is shocking really when you think about it. So all the chemicals that we use now are much weaker, if you like, so they're much better for the environment. We've also gone about different ways of using things called compost teas, so that helps reduce our chemical inputs as well. Our use of compost teas, what we do, we buy a pack of compost that we get through certain reps and certain companies that develop that. Like I say, that is specific for what we're trying to do on the greens. The soil biology, if it's abundant through adding extra biology and through good aeration processes, that will help mineralisation within the soil. That helps a better use of any nutrients that we put down, the degradation of the thatch as well. So we're having not to put so much nitrogen down if we use the compost teas. I think the wildlife is much more abundant. I think the way that we've managed the edges, so that we've got much more biodiversity, I suppose. We're going from amenity turf to semi to rough grasses to scrub, and you're getting different wildlife living in those different environments, whereas before we would have been just much more cut grass up to the edge of the woods. We've got lots of wild flowers which encourage a lot of insects, butterflies, reptiles. We've also got nesting buzzards, owls, we've got kestrels, we've got stoats, we've got badgers, hares. It's amazing. I've been to other countries and seen where they have blanket chemical use, and the golf courses they produce are pristine. Without that, you can't produce that pristine, and it's not necessarily what we want. What we're producing without the chemicals is just as good. It's just people, what they see on TV, that's what they expect to be, at their own course. I think long term it's saving money for the club, yeah, but at the same time I think it's so much better for the environment what we're doing. The club itself, we do a lot of recycling. Our waste management is much better, sending stuff off to be recycled. We also have solar panels for energy. We also have heat source pumps. We have a borehole as well. So the club is very up to date on that. In 2016 we entered the Golf Greenkeeping Association and Sports Turf Research Institute. We won an award. The category that we won was Environmental Golf Club of the Year in the UK. So we are more than chuffed to have been able to win that. So what we have here is some of our wild meadow areas that we've been developing. We manage those by letting the grass grow. We then have it cut down at the middle of September by a farmer. He cuts and collects, and then we scarify the same areas come February time. That just enables the ground to open up and get the seeds some light really to develop. And these have been fantastic. Each year they are just developing, and more species of flowers are starting to expand. None of this has been sown, it's all self-seeded, and as you can see there's loads of butterflies around here as well. So yeah, this is what we've really pleased with achieving. We do have open days at least once a year. We invite public up as well as members of the club to have a walk around and have a guided meadow walk. It's nice to be able to show off what we're doing to the public, really, to show the public really what golf courses are now starting to do. And greenkeeping has become much more technical than when I first started. You know, the greenkeepers of today and the next generation of greenkeepers are going to be even more technical than more and more golf courses are going down the route of looking after the environment. I think it's becoming more and more important that we do. We are custodians of these pieces of land, and it is our responsibility to look after them for the next generation.